if you have a dream in the fitness world, I'm gonna need you to imagine this, right? Imagine yourself like 1, 2, 3, whatever years in the future, and imagine your physique, imagine your work ethic, imagine the improvements on your mental health, imagine your strength, imagine the community that you have brought up, your own fans, your own supporters, even your own haters. You will always have haters, and that's fine. That's part of the process. It kind of shows that what you're doing works, right? Now imagine you yourself in all of those things, and now think about money, think about the sponsors, think about the content you're gonna continue to make, spending money on things that you always wanted to get. Think about helping others with amounts of money that they can only dream of, and you have that. Imagine helping others out and not ending up with a soul with more cash than you could ever really need. Imagine staying true to yourself and succeeding no matter what. Imagine going to an Arnold Expo, and instead of just being a fan who could only afford a one-time ticket, or however that works, to see his favorite influencers, you get to be one of them. You now represent the whole fitness community, and people come to see you. Imagine this. Now, stop imagining. What do you need to do to get there? Well, of course, it starts with the gym, but you already have been doing that for a while, I assume. That's one thing. Good. You need to be consistent with that thing. Well, I assume also that you have been doing that well too. What's next? Well, if you want to be an influencer, you need to, well, influence. You need content. Now that's where there's more variables than we can even want. Like, in reality, you can do anything. I mean, shit, you are watching this video that really has nothing to do with fitness, right? There's no me. There's just my voiceover over a gameplay video that has nothing to do with fitness. So what the fuck do I know? Well, I don't know shit. So I'm learning. But look, it doesn't really matter, because in the end, both of our goals involve content and success through it. I have been kind of liking making these commentary videos, no matter how low effort they seem, and maybe they are, but I kind of want to bring this kind of content back to YouTube, and I know it's been making a comeback, so I want to support it. So you're not gonna see these kinds of videos with like crazy edits or whatever else. I'm making this like that because that's who I am, and that's who I want to be, and that's who I want to show. And if I succeed by being me, then that's the best way to succeed? Why would you do something that you do not want to do, even if it means success? Okay, well then, what is success, right? So you don't have to watch like 10 different content creators to tell you 50 different ways on how you should make content. Sure, you can take some tips and what you you can take some tips and tricks and as you should. What the fuck, I can't talk. But they are making their own kind of content. They are completely different people from you, which means that they can't make the kind of content that you want to make. And there's gonna be a lot of people who will come across their videos and they will scroll because they don't want to see that content. And what if they come across yours and then they stay since they like that kind of content? You know what I mean? Listen, you have to not only stay consistent with what you do, but you also have to stay consistent with how you do it. Now look, my channel has 18 subscribers. I have 10 followers on Instagram and 40 on TikTok. Those two social medias for me have been dry as fuck. Like, I just don't know how, like, what to post. I don't even know how I want it. But I have kind of figured out YouTube, and that's one thing, right? But at the end of the day, that's still a step forward. So you need to make sure what next step can you make. Try your absolute fucking best to not rush things. If you start rushing, you're gonna crash into a fucking wall, gonna break your spine and every limb possible, and then you cannot do shit. That's an exaggeration. I don't even know what I meant by that, but look, well, I'm using filler words to fill up this silence between sentences, which I know is not a good thing if I want to make proper quality in terms of speech commentary videos. I'm sure you can tell. If you haven't clicked off yet, you just was about to. I know that. But look, this is one of the things that I will have to learn from and try to fix in order to improve myself, which will then improve everything else I do. So this is exactly what I just said. You need to figure out what is the next step to take, and it's really about anything in life. You know, you need to you always need to have an enough open mind. No, a mind enough open, right? No, what? A mind open enough. Christ. To be able to see yourself from another perspective, which means you need to be humble. It's not gonna be always easy to be humble, since it's not always a fun feeling. Sometimes you just wanna put on the pride and just think that you're better than you really are. But name 5 things that pride has done positively. Exactly. So yeah, that's kind of my thought for today. You know, just imagine yourself in the future. living the things you want to live, and then find the next step to make, which will get you closer and closer to that kind of life. And then just take it step by step. I mean, you have to go in the same direction regardless of how many steps you want to make at once, right? Whether it's 1 or 5, you still have to go straight. So, what's the point of rushing and to risking it and just kind of wasting your time doing unnecessary things when you can just take it slow and be more consistent, since you don't force yourself to do just bullshit. Okay, I try to brush a lot of things already, and every time I think about it, I'm kind of pissed off because I've wasted so much precious time and effort. Okay, so whatever you do, best of luck, and let's fucking make it.